Australia's opposition on Thursday cautioned the government against hailing WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange as a hero, as he spent his first night in 14 years as a free man back at home in Australia. Assange, freed by a US court on the remote Pacific island of Saipan after over 5 years in a British high-security jail, returned to Australia to an ecstatic welcome on Wednesday evening after pleading guilty to violating the US Espionage Act. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who supported Assange's release years before taking office in 2022, welcomed him home with a phone call, which the leader later described as a very warm discussion. The Conservative opposition, meanwhile, warned against portraying Assange as a hero, citing his decade of avoiding prosecution and guilty plea for conspiring to disclose classified defense documents. Opposition leader in the Senate Simon Birmingham also cautioned Albanese against meeting Assange, saying his release could strain Australia's ties with the United States. However, Foreign Minister Penny Wong told ABC Radio Assange's release posed no threat to Australia-US ties. And lawmaker Andrew Wilkie told Reuters at a press conference ties between Australia and the US are as strong as it has ever been.
For some time now, the incarceration of Julian Assange was a thorn in the side of that relationship. It was just niggling away on the margins. That has now been fixed, so I now see reason to be very optimistic about the bilateral relationship. That thorn has been pulled out.
Assange's supporters and free speech advocates see him as a victim for exposing alleged US wrongdoing and potential crimes, including in Afghanistan and Iraq conflicts, when WikiLeaks in 2010 published thousands of classified military documents and diplomatic cables. But the US government has long said his actions were reckless and that he had put agents' lives at risk by publishing the names of government sources.
Elephants living on the South Asian island of Borneo have become endangered, and human activities such as agriculture, mining and logging are to blame. That's according to a recent assessment by wildlife experts. The International Union for Conservation of Nature says there are around 1,000 Bornean elephants left in the wild. Craig Hilton-Taylor heads the IUCN Red List Unit, which assesses animal species risk of extinction.
1,000 individuals, of which only 400 are mature. Those are the breeding individuals. It's a small population and it could easily disappear if we just let development happen without any conservation actions.
The IUCN says the number of Bornean elephants has decreased over the last 75 years, initially due to extensive logging. The animals have since entered human-dominated areas, searching for food. That in turn can cause them to destroy crops and face retribution killing. Malaysian and Indonesian authorities are working on conservation action plans to help the species cope with human development. The plans will require extensive coordination with corporations, private landowners and conservationists.